we've been friends since we were like 16, her mom and I. And she was like, Jasmine wants to go on this thing for 4 months for high school. And it's going to cost this amount of money or whatever. So she's saying all what it's going to cost. And she's like, I don't know if we're in a position to do that. Mm-hmm. Listen, that daughter that she raised went and raised her own money so that she could go on this 4-month boat abroad in high school, right? And she then, because of that, she got a real serious travel bug. She wanted to travel and travel some more and travel some more and travel some more. And you know what she did? She created something called the Global Student something. This organization where she helped high school kids get their passports, and she took them on their first international trips. Now, all she did was love travel. And so what she did, because she loved travel, was found a way where she gets to do it, and somebody else is going to give her millions of dollars to do it. She created the 501(c)(3). She called the high schools up and she said, listen, I have this idea that I'd like to. And the schools were like, what? Yes, we want these kids, especially, she worked right in Philadelphia, where she's from, in the inner city. And she went there and she got these inner city kids their international passports. And she showed them something other than their town. Some people will never leave their town.
It's true.
Some people will never leave their state. But that ain't us. So whatever this dream is, whatever this goal is, do you know that there's some other people that could benefit from your dream? If it's your dream to travel the world, find a group of people that you like to do it with, create a 501(c)(3) and get some people to give you some money to do it so you get to do it for the rest of your life. The millions of dollars are out there. There's organizations out there that have to give away the money. If they don't give away the money, the government takes it back.
That's true.
Listen, the money that you need is out there. I'm sorry, the money that we need is out there. Who is it that you want to serve? How is it that you want to show up? That is what this whole law of attraction is about. We've been here for wait, let me not lie. Let me see. Let me not lie. Today is the 5th. 196 days. In 196 days, minimally, you know what you want. You know what you want to do. So how can you do it and get to it better? See, by the time we get to December, we want some of these dreams actualized.
Yeah, absolutely.
We by December, we need at least a good chunk of that money in our hands.
My solar farm should be up, and my welding school should be up, because I just have to put the curriculum in there. I've already got the building.
See? So what is the thing? Who is it that you can call this week? A government place, somebody who got money, another organization of people who you want to serve. Who can you reach out to and say, I need an appointment?
I want a contract from the government for welders.
Absolutely, absolutely. So whatever it is that you want, you need to be writing it down, making it plain, and then saying your prayer over it. And saying, God, who?
It's also a it's a second chance program for
Absolutely,
ex-offenders.
absolutely. Whoever your council person is, whoever your state representative is, whoever area you live in, those are the people that you start with. You start right where you are, reaching out to those organizations that serve the community of people that you want to serve. Tell them what you got. See, because right now you have an idea that needs some money behind it. And so they might say, this is a great idea. Gwen, you can help me. This is a great idea, but you need to tweak this, and this. They'll tell you, don't do that. Fix this part, add this to it, and then we can get you the money. Am I lying, Gwen?
You telling the truth.
You can come with your ideas, and the people that you share it with, they want you to serve their communities. They want you to serve their people. And at the end of the day, whose people are they? They are God's people.
Yes.
And God wants you to serve his people. God wants you to help his people. You can't help them on the same level as them. You have to do it from a place of elevation. You can only do it from up here. You can only do it with the millions of dollars. You can't help a single mom down here if you down here with her. Because you struggling. So how you gonna help her pay her light bill? How you gonna help her feed her kids? You can only do that from up here. And guess what? God set this whole thing ain't nothing but a system. Credit system, financial systems, they all are systems. And we just have to figure out how to get in the system, maneuver in the system to work with God's people.
Yes.
They waiting for us.
They're praying for us.
They praying for, listen, I see the faces. I see the women crying.
Yeah.
I see them in their beds at night crying, asking God, please
help us.
The more programs that we create, see, it's programs out there, but guess what? They full, they maxed out. We need your program. We need your stuff. We need your gifts so that the people that are called to you can come to you. And I'm only, when I point my finger, it's 3 more pointing back at me.
Man.
All of
Darlaina.
us. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
One thing that you've probably pointed out before, but it's key and it resonates with me every time you bring this topic up, and it is service. If you look at what it is that you're doing, whatever it is that you're gifted in, it has to be, and you want what you want to share it's got to be something that you're giving back, know, that you're pouring out, that you are servicing others, people in the community who are in need of it. Like you said, that group of that young lady who exposed these kids to international travel. That's a wonderful, wonderful thing. If you can turn what it is that you're doing into something that's going to enrich people's lives, especially young people's lives. There's all kinds of government aid and support that you can get to do that. So that's so important, because a lot of times we think of things that are just going to benefit us.
No.
And that's not what God would have us to do.
No, not at all.
Right. So that's a key point of what it is that we're doing. How can that embellish others' lives? If we look at that and really, you do that with a passion. I mean, you see it in what you do. Just like what they say, that if you're doing something that you love to do anyway, it's not work.
It's not work.
And what I do, it's a ministry to me. I look at what I do, working with the kids and offering fashion after school programming and teaching them what I've learned to do throughout the years as a service, and turning that into and that is something that now we do have a in the I don't know if Sherry has shared this with you, but we have I work very hard. Like you said, it is a system. In order for the government to pay you to do these things, you have to have all your paperwork in order. and now we are vetted and certified to offer these after school fashion classes throughout
Oh,
the 5 boroughs
great.
of Manhattan. Yeah,
Hallelujah.
yeah. So that's an accomplishment.
Congratulations.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And that's the goal. So there's something called R&D, research and development. My
Mm-hmm.
research and development for this week is to find women's shelters,
Mm,
women's organizations,
mm-hmm.
and the high schools for
Yes.
the teenage girls.
Do
Those
you,
Mm-hmm.
are those are the people that I have an affinity for, and those
Mm-hmm.
are the ones who I want to serve. Those are the ones I want to go into a place and let come into the healing house be some sort of reward for good work. Have them to be able to come for lunch or for
Mm-hmm.
dinner or for a weekend or something,
Mm-hmm.
and so that's what came to my thought process this morning. Like, find them,
Mm-hmm.
they're here. And so creating the program for it is easy. But one of my friends is going to be here this weekend, and our goal is to create the 501c for
There
it.
you go.
do
So
you have to have the LLC and the 501c in order to do what you're doing for the fashion?
It depends on how you want to get paid. If you want to, I think it really depends. On how you want to get
Well,
paid.
I
all
think
my
on
stuff,
the
I
short
want
term,
my stuff to be for profit, and
so on the
I'll do the not for profit later, but
Yeah,
what for
you can
profit.
do it both. I think that you can get paid both ways. It's
you
just the
definitely can get
the
paid both ways.
process. Hmm. Like
Definitely
you
can get
said, you
paid.
do have to have your paperwork together,
And
the
for profit
certification.
doesn't, I mean, for not for profit doesn't mean no money.
Oh, I
Right.
know that. I know that.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it doesn't mean no money because they will pay you.
Already have one
Yes.
that's dormant,
Yeah,
and they're charging me for it and all that. I I
gotcha,
already did
gotcha,
that.
gotcha, gotcha. Yeah. So it's all in the details. What they say, the
Mhm.
devil is in the
Mhm.
details. So
The
it's all
devil's
in
in
the
the detail.
details. The details doesn't matter. Right now,
Mhm.
in this moment, you just want to think about who you want to serve. And your
Yeah.
Mhm.
research and development for this week is to find the people that you
Yes,
want to
ma'am.
serve. Where are they? Where are
Mhm.
the people in your current community or the community that you want to serve? If it's not in your state, then what state is it? Where? Because guess what? I promise you that I know when I reach out to Douglas High School, I know that principal is saying, how can I help my students this year? I know that at the women's shelter or the women's organization, they are looking for ways to help the people that they serve. You
Sure.
come in as the help for the people that they want to serve. They are there. Listen, a lot of
Yeah.
these people is not getting paid big time money to be there. They're there because it is a work of their heart. It is
Like
what
she
they
said, a
are
ministry.
passionate about.
Like
It's
Gwen said, it's a
absolutely
ministry.
a ministry. And so who is it that you can seed into their ministry?
Sure.
And you may start there not getting paid because it's your ministry. And so God got you. The more givers are getters, the more you give, the more you receive. So, and when you give, when you serve, you get served.
Sure.
So you just don't know whose life you can impact by crossing the door, by waking up and saying, I'm going to get up and I'm going to serve somebody. And who knows, walking up to that principal and me saying, I want to offer some emotional healing. I want to offer some, just a no judgment, safe space for teenage girls, right? If I say that, he might say, well, you know what? We have a budget for that.
Well, and they
And
also
if
have
you
a
cover,
budget for anti-bullying. So the
yeah.
self-help,
So however
all of that.
whatever you think of, just
Mhm.
go tell somebody.
Mhm.
Go tell somebody outside of your house so that you're not sitting in your house wondering, okay, well, is they out there?
Mhm.
See, this is what whenever we talk, we talking to ourselves, right? I already built something. the community that I'm in should know about it. If nothing else, the community that I'm in should know about it. And I should be able to impact the lives of the people who just live around me.
Mhm.
So that starts with whose district do I live in?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's true.
Absolutely.
Where they should be here
Yeah.
first. There's no reason why we can develop these programs, develop these ideas, and the world don't know.
Mhm.
You are the best kept secret. Nobody trying to be a secret. The world needs to know. That's what the law of attraction is about. The law of attraction also comes with the law of right action.
Mm.
The law of right action, the law
Right.
of reciprocity.
Gotta write that
Those
down.
are all
Yeah, me
laws.
too. I'm going right now.
Those are all laws. Those are all laws, just like gravity. If you
Mm.
go up, you coming down.
Mhm.
So is the law of attraction. So is the law of right action. So is the law of reciprocity.
Mm.
These are laws. These are laws that cannot be broken. We just not using them.
Mhm.
I mean, literally, Brenda, you could take making t-shirts to any school and say, this is the equipment. This is how I do it. This is how what?
And the schools are full of clubs that are always looking to raise money. So each club would make their own t-shirts to sell.
Listen, these little things that we think that we doing that's little are not little. They are not small. If you taught one single mom, girl, father how to make t-shirts that they could charge $25 for, and they sold, I don't know, 5 t-shirts a week, that's $125 a week. 125 times 4 weeks, what's that, $500 extra a month?
Mhm.
What can we do with $500 extra a month?
Huh.
Not worry about your gas tank, not worry about food costs. So something that we think is small is really big.
Mhm.
Suppose you a chef and you know how to do 30-minute meals,
Mhm.
and you could teach a mom how to cook something in 30 minutes so that she can spend the next 2 hours with her kids, helping them with homework or spending time with them, some quality time, and then be able to put them to bed. Instead, as soon as she walk in the house, the first thing she's slaving in the kitchen, then she feeding them, and then no, let's do something quicker. Or how about let's make it a family event? How can you engage your kids in helping you make dinner?
We all had to cook. Yeah, we all
Absolutely.
cooked.
So
Yep.
whatever. It's so many things, so many gifts, so many talents that we have honed over the years, that if you taught one woman, one father how to do what it is that you do, you would enhance their life by that small little tweak that you do.
Mhm.
So give it. Listen, what Bridget say? Give, and it shall be given. Good
Unto you.
measure, pressed
Yeah.
down, shake it
Shaking
together,
together.
running over,
Running
and shall
over.
men give unto your
Unto
bosom.
your bosom.
Amen.
Mhm.
And I think sometimes we just need a reminder. We need a reminder that we have to step outside of our houses. We need the reminder that it's so important to share your gift with the world, because the world needs you. And these worldly people are God's people. That he's telling them, don't worry, I got it for you. That it's going to show up for you. And what's going to show up for them is you. You are who's going to show up for them. You are the person that's going to represent the answer to the prayer that they just prayed last night.
That's right.
But the only way that works is you have to branch out outside of your house.
God gave me an idea about 24-hour daycare and call it
Absolutely.
grandma's house.
I remember you
Call it
telling me about
grandma's house,
that.
that you could bring your child and have supper with them, and then you go on to work and leave them at the
And
daycare.
it's so important to
And
have,
call it
it's
grandma's house.
important to have that. How many people,
I love
the
that.
daycares are out there, but there are none for second shift people, and there are none for third shift people. And those people exist. They are nurses, they are doctors, they are bus drivers, they are all these people who work out there and need some place for their kids to come. There's a couple in Philly that I knew about that were overnight and second shift and all that. And even some of the second shift people, like, listen, go to work, come pick them up in the morning.
Come pick them up
Wake
in
your
the
child
morning,
up at
take them
11.
home, put them on the school bus.
Waking up your child at 11 o'clock at night because that's what time you getting off. No. So absolutely something like that is
Let them sleep.
100% needed. It is needed. Your gifts are so needed. Bridget said she worked 15 years overnight, and there's a great need for that. Absolutely is a great need for that. And especially as people are building outside of the norm. Looking at other ways, like, okay, I could work at night. I could do my dream in the daytime, and I could work at night to support my family.
Yeah.
Until
Or
I
they
make
could
enough
work
money.
at night and then come from work and go to my computer lab and take their courses.
Absolutely.
And the child
Absolutely.
could be asleep.
Absolutely. It's so important for
Darlaina.
Yes.
I'm sounding like Bridget now. Darlaina.
Yes.
No, but in service and doing this good work that we're doing, I just want to mention that a lot of times it's not it's what's the word I'm trying to find? I'm just coming out of this fog of this weekend, but
yes,
it's not going to always be enjoyable, you know. You're going to be tested a lot of times. You know, you're doing this work and you're like, why am I even being bothered with these people? They don't just, like you said, they're God's people. And so sometimes, you know, you're tested. And is it really, he's testing you to see if you're really into it as a service, or you're just playing with this. Are you playing with this?
Yes, the
You
test
know,
is
right?
real.
I know I don't have to tell you.
Listen, I did some work with welfare to work in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
And when I walked into the room where the women, it was probably like 20 women in the room. They were all sitting at computers, but they had the room shaped like a U. And so when I walked in, they looked at me and they said, okay, you know, our special guest is here. She's going to talk to us for a little bit, you know, share some stuff. And those women turned their back.
Yeah, suck their teeth and turn their back.
They were facing each other talking. And when they looked, they got one good look at me and they turned their backs and put their heads into their computers. I said,
wow.
Oh, okay. Is this the kind of crowd? Okay, no problem.
Wow.
So this is what I did. You know, I'm over the top anyway. So you can bring me any kind of energy you want. I've been serving people my entire life since I was 2 years old. Since the day my parents said we were becoming Jehovah's Witnesses. We've been knocking on doors and talking to people for my whole life. So I've been serving people my whole life. So guess what? I know what to do with y'all. So I started to do, you know, I remember I had this white pantsuit on. I had on high heels. And so I didn't look like them. But what I had to tell them that I was them. And so I started to walk the model walk down the thing. And the words that I said was, what does a welfare recipient look like? And I walked, turned around. What does a welfare recipient look like? And I walked again. And then I said, what does a welfare recipient look like? And the girl turned around and said, you was on welfare? I said, absolutely. I said, I received $201.50 twice a month for 2 kids and $565 in food stamps. And at the time, my rent was $500. My utilities was another $300. So what in the world was I going to do with $403 a month? And all the chairs turned around.
Yes, they did.
all the chairs turned around because now they want to know, well,
What did you do?
what did you do? I use the system for what the system is there to do, to educate you, to elevate you. You are in this room and in this program to be elevated, to move up. You're not here as a punishment. You're here to learn these computer skills so that you can take them and get a job and something that you want to do. That's what I use the system for. I absolutely took the trainings. And you think it's a punishment. Well, go do a job search or go do it. It's not punishment. It's God giving you what you asked him for.
Giving you an opportunity.
It is your elevation. Honey, by the time I left, I passed out a survey at the end. Them surveys was so good. They said so many different things. They left their phone numbers, like, can you call me? Like all this. And all of this it was brought to my mind just last night and this morning. Like, that's what you did. So why can't you do it again?
Yeah. And they really need it now. And it's not a class thing. There's that great resignation. There's so many people just wanting to change their lives. They're more willing to change their lives than ever before.
And go on to sites like Meetup and see what meetups are in your neighborhood. I found a creative entrepreneur meetup. I found a what was it? It was a professional after work meetup, and they're like Fridays at 5:00 at the local hotel lobbies, or they pick a restaurant or something, and they said, I'll be at the front with name tags, so just stop right there. So I started my own meetup every Tuesday, 7 p.m. First one tonight.
Right there at the house.
Right here at the Healing House. And my friends are coming, but I absolutely got 3 new people who said they're going to come. So it's 3 people that I didn't know anything about, but they will know me tonight. And then you can go on places like Eventbrite and find things that you like to do. Do you like pizza? Find the pizza meetup. They got pizza meetup day for pizza lovers or coffee drinkers or whatever. Just go on and look for the things that you enjoy and find some people to hobnob with so that you can listen. We outside. We're not saying that the pandemic is over and COVID is gone. Still protect yourself the best way that you know how, but absolutely go outside, because the people that need to pay you the money, the people who got your money, they outside. They outside making meetups and trying to heal and get better and be better, because we done been through some stuff this past 2 years. So the world needs you to come out and say, yep, we all been through it, but this is what I'm doing and we good over here. Yep. What can you do and what can you share to show the world that it's good over here? We outside.
Well, I'm proud of my Occupy Your Dream Facebook group, where we say we are come and join our tribe, because we don't just survive, we thrive, and it's safe to dream with us.
Absolutely. So we got a few minutes. Who wants to read their life statement? And somebody other than Dr. Loretta and Brenda.
I didn't even try.
No, I'm not. No, that wasn't for you. It wasn't to you. It's to the group. It's to the group.
Everything I'll do it.
It's to the group. It's to the group. It wasn't. But if we have to, we will. But I'm just saying. Somebody else take a turn. I hope.
And Darlaina.
What you say, Dr. Loretta?
I'm trying. I got that shut up part. I'm trying.
You know what? That's your own self talking. That's not me talking.
I know. I'm confessing.
Listen. That's you talking to you. That's not me talking.
I'm fessing up. As the old folks say, fess up.
You fessing up. Mm-hmm. Alan, did you write it after we helped you?
Alan. You know, we processed this morning.
We did? Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's see. Let's see.
Well, let's see. Our large statement is, I am a millionaire.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a nice car.
Yes.
Yeah.
My life is way better than it was before because I have all of you.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
going to be that's a definite given because I do have all of you. So in all my statements, that'll be true.
Yes.
Yes.
I live
You're
by the
doing
beach.
good. Keep going.
I
Yes.
live by the beach. And in my job, I am happy because now, as I was talking to Dr. Loretta, my eyes are open and I know that I have time freedom. I'm living time freedom now.
Yes.
I go to work, and do I think that I'm not happy? No, I go to work because I am happy because I'm there. And I know I'm going to be free. No, I know I am free. I am free.
You're doing well, Alan. Thank
I'll
you.
be like, you know what? Maybe one day this week I'll be like, one day this week I'm not going to work. I'm going to stay home and relax, take a nice bath, and sing a song.
What song? I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it.
You're
Very-
doing well, Alan. That's
Very
good.
good. Very good.
That's because I have all of you.
Absolutely.
And like I said, I have all of you.
We're certainly on your side, honey.
We absolutely have you too. So
Yes.
Thank
Our
you.
king.
I love me some you.
yes, we do.
Thank you all.
Alicia or JT, did y'all do your life statement? If you didn't, it's fine. I'm just asking. Don't feel pressure. Just asking.
You don't have to feel pressure, but open yourself up and it'll drop in.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
No limit. No, take the limits off, God.
Good morning, Darlaina. May I say something?
Yes, please.
First, I wanted to say from the video that it was me screaming. I love the way ET screams. I love it. You know, I'm Lady Smackdown. That's my language.
Yes.
You be speaking my language. I'll be like, yes, yes, honey. Come on in and stomp on some toes. Yes, come on, 8-pound stomp on some toes. You just do it. I love it. That's my language. But basically, you know, what I got from that video or from that meditation, shall I call it? It's not just a video, is that, you know, for me, I'm on the right path because I as much as I love technology over the past month, over June, that will be in my review of my June, is that I pulled away from the social medialism because, you know, I don't want to come across as the person that's just, you know, superficial, that's just putting stuff up, you know, that's not gonna feed my soul. I don't hunger and thirst after superficiality. I hunger and thirst after things that is going to fill my soul. Just as I said about Sunday, there was a hunger that I felt in the spirit that was pulling on me, that caused me to be able to speak the way that I spoke because the hunger was present. And the only reason the hunger is present is because we are moving in the right direction. And for myself, I hear, you know, that, you know, it's you. I want us to get it. I want us to get it, but I get it. I get it. The gift is not the stuff. The gift is not the stuff. You are the gift.
Yes.
You are the gift. And God said, your gift will make room for you.
Yes, he did.
Your gift, when all you got to do is show up with it. If you
That's
don't show up with it, then it cannot make no room for you. If you want to stay in the closet and hide in the closet and say, no, I'm not telling nobody what I'm doing, they going to steal my idea. Oh, God, I ain't saying nothing. Well, your gift can't make no dang room for you if you don't get your butt up and show up. It just ain't going to happen. It
No.
ain't gonna happen. I don't care what you doing. I don't care if you selling ABCs and 1, 2, 3s. If you don't tell nobody, ain't nobody gonna buy your ABCs or your 1, 2, 3s. Okay. And I'm telling you, and it's like you said, is that law of right action is first knowing that it is you that God made the gift to this world. It's you. And it's okay to know that. It's okay to own that. It's okay to stand in that. It's okay to say, look, I can't. I love you, but I can't come down there with you right now. I am not getting off my high flying disc. I am not. I'm riding this thing to infinity and beyond. I ain't coming down. Nehemiah say, I ain't coming out the wall. If we want to get biblical, Nehemiah said, I ain't coming off this wall.
Nehemiah would not come down and fuss with those folks.
I don't care what y'all doing. I don't care what y'all doing. I don't care what you say. It is what I say. It is what I say. It is what I say. And I'm going to say what God say. God already told you what to say. Hello? God already told you what to say. Say what God say. If you don't know what to say, don't know what to write on your life statement. If you don't know what
to say, nothing.
This is the thing. This is the thing. No. I'm gonna tell you about that dude left out the word. I'm gonna stop right there. When we get caught up in doing, we start trying to work for something that's already been given to us. Stop.
Yeah, that's true.
Stop. The action is to be. Remember, the action is to be. I have learned this.
Yes,
I have learned this in the past month.
I stand.
The action is to be. The action is to be. The right action is to be the gift that God created you.
I stand corrected.
Oh, my Lord.
Amen.
Thank you. Ooh,
Amen. Thank you.
powerful.
Yes.
And on
That's
that
it.
note,
Hallelujah.
Yes,
we're gonna say,
all right now.
we're gonna say we
The
are in
act
agreement.
is
We
to
touch-
be.
We
Amen.
touch and agree with what you are saying in this moment, and we take all of the lessons of this morning. We
The
add
act
it
is to
our
be.
day 190. What I said, 195,
6, I think.
196,
196.
190,
Yes.
our 196th day. And as we move into 200 days,
To be.
To be.
as we move into that, the lessons
To be or not to be. Which one is my apartment?
we are going to move into that space so that when we hit day 365,
Woo.
you have something in your hand.
Oh my, 300. That's going to be a big celebration.
What was the challenge?
What happened?
What was the challenge?
What challenge?
Okay, I thought I heard you say.
Oh, I just said to call somebody. I said to go on to Meetup or Eventbrite and find the people who need what you have.
Yes, ma'am.